All right, welcome to the Foundry Demo Day of this week, April 16th here. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty quick one. There's not a ton of feature improvements on Smoke Signal this week. We've been doing some reorganization and development we have done on Smoke Signal has been focused on some long-term wins. But yeah, with that said, I will just jump right into that demo. There it is. Okay, so smokesignal.eth.link. Oh, hold on a second. Let me stop sharing for a second, get into my MetaMask. All right, let's get into this now. Yeah, so what we've got is the one thing that we fixed that was pretty urgent was if I want to go in here and reply, we have the onboarding stuff in this little inline preview as well. So that was not there for a little while. We got that implemented quickly. So that way if new users come here from our advertising, they know to switch to XDI. And then if I don't have a zero balance, but if I had a zero balance, there would appear here a button to get XDI from the faucet. So that's good.
Just a quick question. Is there an easy way to switch between the networks, by the way?
Well, I mean, we can trigger one switch to a non-standard network with a button.
But it's not built in at the moment.
Well, that's what just happened actually. You probably didn't see. I'm sharing. Oh. So MetaMask popped up when I clicked that, and it switched to, and it said, "Do you want to switch to XDAI?"
Oh, okay.
We can't actually switch back to Ethereum right now because of the complexities of how they're upgrading it, but that should be a feature soon. So DApps will be able to change between two networks for MetaMask, or well, any networks rather. Yeah, so that's one change. And the other thing, just a minor thing, but if I put an amount in here, it doesn't ask you whether I'm going to donate or not. We just decided to say, you know what, they're always going to take a fee, or our interface anyway is always going to take a fee. So yeah, just take one more decision away from the user, so that cleans up the UX and also just makes Smoke Signal, you know, the profit mechanism of Smoke Signal makes that a little tighter. If somebody's going to use Smoke Signal at the smart contract level or make their own interface, they can still remove that. But I think that's good ultimately because we want the contract especially to be as neutral as possible. So, and I think the road to that is to, at the smart contract level, make the donate optional. Yeah, let's see, is there anything else to go over? I think that's it. We've looked into the Wallet Connect support, which is important because that will let, I'm just going to stop sharing here. The Wallet Connect support will allow the mobile onboarding to be smoother as well. Right now, if you go to Smoke Signal on mobile, it sort of tells you to go install another app, another browser actually, like Trust Wallet.
Well, why don't you demo that in preview mode? You can actually demo that.
Okay, let me hold on, I'll pause the recording for a second. Okay, so this is just a simple demo of the Wallet Connect. I mean, people have probably seen this before if they use any app that has this. Oh, right. So this is just our little demo app, just what Ronan, the developer, was using to investigate it. But when you click connect here, let me refresh because I already clicked that. Also on desktop, it'll just give you this QR code to scan with your phone. But if I go and turn this into a mobile view and refresh, this is what it'll look like on your mobile. And then when you click connect here, oh, that's actually, I don't really know why that happened.
Click connect again, that should open the right thing.
Well, it opens up a new tab. I think this is expecting me to be on my phone though. And it's supposed to, because what happens on your phone is if you go to this. What?
Well, when it was demoed to us this morning, it did actually open up the list of wallets.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't know why it's not now.
Okay.
Maybe it's detecting that this is a browser and it for some reason didn't earlier. In any case, when you click, so this would show a list of wallets on your phone. And then when you click one of those, it'll bring you right to the App Store to download that. And then further, once that's downloaded, you connect it, similar to how MetaMask connects with the desktop browser. A similar thing happens on the phone. So then we don't need users to leave their browser. They just click a few buttons and install something if they don't have it and connect it. And then they can use their regular browser and interact with the app. So yeah, so that looks promising. We might be getting that in pretty soon. We're also just thinking about maybe having a sort of an in-depth wallet that would make onboarding even easier. They wouldn't need to install any other apps. And it would let them cycle through different identities with each with a different face. I mean, that would take a little while to develop, but that's an option as well. And if it's easy to do that, we'll probably implement it just because it would eliminate the barrier to entry even further. So
do you have stats that you can share about the drop-off rate maybe? I mean, it'd be cool to add that to the demo day.
Sure. Let me pause the recording again while I find these. Yeah, so we go back here now. So one thing we can see here is that 75% of our traffic is mobile, and also that a lot of people drop off here. So that's that's about 70% of people dropping off. The people that do stay tend to look at posts. So they click through to one of the posts on the main front page. And then also if we look at, let's see here, conversions.
Well, people try to click on reply.
I don't know if we are tracking that.
Okay, so we get a 70% drop off when guys basically when they get to the site, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they look at the front page and they go, "This is not for me."
Right.
How many visitors have we had over the last month?
Let's see if this will tell us. Nope, that does not seem helpful.
Week.
That does not seem right either. Maybe we still haven't data yet. But what I wanted to point out here was that post-transaction mined. So that's what we really want, because obviously the more people that are posting, the more successful Smoke Signal is and the more attractive. And only 2 people out of the paid traffic actually made that conversion. And I think that's global. I don't know at this time, I don't really understand this time frame here, but that has been all we've gotten so far. Some of that has been due to some credit card issues. The ads have kept being not canceled, but paused and then restarted. And some of it's due to, like on Facebook now, we're waiting to verify our account because they flagged our ad as arguing for political change. So we need to like have something mailed to an address and do a, give them the code that we get mailed to us. So we've had a lot of hiccups with the marketing, but I think also just the barriers to entry for Smoke Signal are just too big. I mean, it is a lot to have people go install either a mobile app or an add-on if they don't have one already, and most people don't have MetaMask. And then until recently, if you went and clicked reply, as I showed, that message that came up here, if I switch, that was only just recently added. So, I mean, yeah, it's we haven't gotten much use at all really on Smoke Signal yet, but I think it's not so hopeless. The next moves at least seem pretty obvious, which is to try to get on some other ad platforms, fix this stuff with Facebook, eliminate the barriers to entry. And we're just about to kick off with some user testing too. So that'll be some Zoom calls we record and see, what what are the pain points of the app, what's confusing. So we should be starting that pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet, man. Yeah, I think I think we're making good progress. I wanted to ask something now on the, by the way, so you updated me on Chico today. You said that we haven't heard a response from him yet on the contacts we made.
Yeah.
Um, do you think we should have the friars tag him, or will that just be an annoyance to him?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it depends on who the friars are, but I mean, definitely if anyone wants to try to reach out to crypto or any YouTube influencer, really, maybe we should start asking the Telegram for other YouTubers that might be good to target.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that might actually be really worth it. Actually, we might have to actually like put up a list, because I do think the marketing is kind of like non-standard. This is something we might want Chris to track, though.
Mm.
Is actually like discussing the structure of how crypto projects get marketed specifically within, because I do think a lot of the times it's the token holders who then push word of mouth.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, just from my side on the death stuff, we now have I believe it's the 25th, which is a little bit far away, in my opinion, but it is what it is. We by the 25th, we should have an audit. If our audit gives us a clean bill of health, I do think hopefully it'll be an iterative process, and the auditor will let us know if he encounters anything. Yeah, if we have a clean bill of health on the audit, I think we can probably go ahead and do like a last internal review. I think with everyone who can code on the team, and then hopefully we can push out the death contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, then hopefully also, my low target on Ethereum's price is 5.5K. My high target is about 24K. So so if we can ride this bad boy from, let's say, 3K to 24K, or to like 15K or something,
Mm.
I think we have a real interesting product on our hands. And then the next step after that is to obviously build the inverse products, like the shorting products and stuff, which actually give us a similar set of interesting speculation opportunities on the way down. So the house has blackjack when it's in vogue, and roulette when it's in vogue, and it takes a little fee under all circumstances.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I don't have anything else on my side.
Yeah, nothing from my side either. I think you could stop the recording.
Cool. Bye, YouTube.